This is THV 11 News at 6.
And on this Friday, a major winter storm just getting started in Arkansas. Snow, ice, brutal Arctic air.
Our View 11 shows dry skies in Little Rock for now, but that wintry mix is already creeping into the state. We have reporters out all across central Arkansas ready to cover every angle.
We've put Carter Thweet in Pine Bluff, Tanya Motorzitsky in Conway, and Catherine Rowley in our new and improved Weather Force 11.
This is a far-reaching winter storm with active alerts from New Mexico to New England. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Tom Brannon with the latest on what you can expect and when.
Yeah, we've got winter storm warnings in effect, as you mentioned, all the way from New Mexico through Arkansas. Looking at the Atlantic seaboard, these warnings came across today. So this is a far-reaching winter storm, and we're beginning to feel the effects of it here in the natural state. Here is what our 1 hour radar loop looks like. I've got us spread out. Wanted to take a look and see what's coming at us from Texas. And as you can see, a pretty good swath of snow and mixed precipitation. We even have some in southwest Arkansas. It has started, folks, and the timing in southwest Arkansas is now and should be reaching the Little Rock area here in the next couple of hours, if not sooner. In just a moment, I'll take you a little closer, but some snow is falling over northern parts of Montgomery County, Garland County, now beginning to reach into Saline County. It's only going to pick up in intensity, and it's going to take a little time for it to actually adhere to roadways, but it certainly will in a matter of time. This is what it looks like as we work in those precipitation types. Thing to remember here, the purple would indicate mixed precipitation, a little sleet, a little rain, and some snow. But this is snow north of Mount Ida, north of Hot Springs Village area into Saline County, getting closer to Pulaski County. Again, we're going to begin to see it spread out and pick up in intensity, extending all the way back into northeast Texas. A shield of precipitation will move into the cold air, and we have dropped to 32 in Little Rock. We are now freezing. 22 Jonesboro, 37 Arkadelphia. We are going to see these numbers in south central Arkansas begin to cool off. But this is really adds the bite. You got to have a couple of layers outside. Wind chill values, it feels like 9 in Jonesboro, 22 here, and it's only going to feel colder throughout the rest of this coming weekend. Again, we're talking about the impacts of this major winter storm, how it's going to affect you, and also accumulation amounts and timing in just a few minutes.
Tom, thank you. In preparation, Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders has called up nearly 170 National Guardsmen. They are on standby to help staff 28 winter weather response teams and assist state police in keeping people safe if they get stuck on the roads.
That's why it's best to have a plan. Little Rock's mayor announced the capital city's plan today, saying emergency crews already began working to treat roads, opening up warming shelters, and they have an extra first responder on hand just in case. His main message to residents:
if you do not have to be on the road, stay at home. Please do not add any extra friction to the roads while we're out clearing the roads, and because it can cause more harm than you realize. And so unless you absolutely have to be on the road, please do not be on the road.
The city's also opened up a warming shelter at Dunbar Community Center. For more information on that and others that are opening across the area, head to thv11.com.
Tonight, we want to make sure you're prepared for when the weather hits. And as you just heard, one of the biggest things officials are focused on is the safety on the roads. That's why THV 11's Catherine Rowley is out in our newly upgraded Weather Force 11. Catherine, how's it going out?
Hey, Brooke, the roads again right now, they are clear. As Tom said, it hasn't come into Pulaski County yet, but I do want to show you our roof cam. I'm not sure if you can see it very well on camera. I can see it here on the roads, but those faint white lines that you see, that's pre-treatment from RDOT. I just spoke with RDOT a little bit ago. We'll hear from them a little bit later in the half hour, but they say that they're very happy with their pre-treatment that they've done of the roads. They say that they are happy again with how they've done that. Once the slush comes in and once the precipitation comes in, that's when things could get a little tricky. They are hoping that things could change a little bit and they'll be able to put down some rock salt to be able to plow. Again, RDOT says that this storm is different from what they've seen before, and it's altogether just could be a little different. Again, we'll hear from RDOT a little bit later in the half hour. I'll see you later in Weather Force. Catherine Rowley, THV 11 News.
All right, Catherine, thank you. Traveling by car or plane is going to be a challenge in the next couple of days. That's why many airlines have already canceled flights for tonight and tomorrow. If you're one of those planning to fly, make sure you check your flight status before you leave home. That way you can make sure you aren't on the road for no reason. However, not every flight is canceled, so make sure they take off and land safely. Officials over at the airport will have work crews out working hard.
You know, we use different equipment for different types of precipitation. So whether it's pre-treating the runways with chemicals or using a snow broom or a plow to clear the snow off that way, they've got everything tested, checked all the maintenance requirements, and they are ready to go when the weather happens.
Also remember, give yourself plenty of time to travel if you're flying. Slick roads means you're not going to be able to rush to that airport if you're running late. Let's continue our team coverage tonight. Carter Thweed is down in Pine Bluff. Tanya Mortozitsky up in Conway. Carter is set up where they might need ice picks when this is all over, and Tanya is expecting snow shovels. Let's start with Carter and the plans down in Jefferson County, sir.
Yeah, here in Jefferson County is where I spoke with County Judge Gerald Robinson earlier, and he was telling me that they unfortunately do tend to see and expect to see this time around a lot of those more negative conditions that can really affect the roads. I'm talking about the ice and the freezing rain, and that's why we're here at this facility. It's where the Jefferson County Road Department keeps a lot of their vehicles that they use when conditions get like this, and we were seeing them go in and out today. They were definitely staying very, very busy, and Judge Robinson says that's important because with the ice and rain that they're expecting, as well as the amount of trees they have in Jefferson County, and I know that's the case for a lot of Arkansas, he was saying conditions could be less than ideal.
This is can be a very dangerous situation where we'll have a lot of snow, a lot of ice, and so with that always comes with accidents and things of that nature, down lines, down trees, and it's very dangerous when you have this type of weather.
And the main message from Robinson and the Jefferson County Sheriff, who I spoke with as well, is just stay home. I know we hear that a lot, but it's especially important the further south you get in Arkansas, I think, with all the ice and things that they expect to have here. Just stay home. Those roads are going to be really, really slick. I know up north they might be expecting something a little bit different, and that's where we find Tanya Mortozitsky in Conway. I'm going to send things over to her. Tanya.
Hey, I appreciate it, Carter. Well, Roland will be happy. I've upgraded since the earlier shows. I have gloves now, but I'm going to play traffic reporter real quick. I'm on Skyline Drive right here, and you can see traffic is moving pretty good. Folks are trying to get home and beat the storm, so that's good. So again, the reminder we keep saying, stay home, don't be on the roads if you have to. Well, the city of Conway has been working hard since Wednesday, pre-treating the roads, getting ready for the weather to move in. Streets Operation Director Jacob Reynolds says they've put out 25,000 gallons of brine and treated 300 roads so far. He shares with me his crew's plans for the next few days.
Our operations will be, we have some monitor routes on iDrive that we work on. They're our priority. So we'll work on those to get them as good as we can, and as we can, we'll move on to secondary routes.
And then Faulkner County Judge Alan Dodson says folks are working 12-hour shifts, 24 hours a day. Now, he has a big reminder for anyone who decides to hit the roads, even though he's encouraging everyone to stay home.
If you get out and get stranded, have a wreck, end up in the ditch, and you need first responders, ambulance, law enforcement, or fire, you're going to take them off of their ability to respond to someone else who may need them worse. And response times from one end of the county to the other could be hours.
Now, he's also reminding everyone to be patient. They are hitting the roads. They're going to be working on now, when the snow comes down, clearing the roads. For now, live in Conway, Tanya Mortozitsky, THV 11 News.
All right, guys, thank you very much. Tanya, nice gloves for sure. Meanwhile, coming up after the break, we'll show you how the storm is affecting not just us, but others across the whole country.
We have a winter storm warning in effect for the whole state, except for the southern part of Arkansas. Ice storm warning in effect there, in case you didn't know. Precipitation is breaking out across the region. I'll have the latest radar for you when we come back.